Well, like I said, ride the guy out for as long as you can. And what I'm looking for is a reset at some point. You know, I hear you saying that you're collecting that now, but in reality, not for long. I've been building an empire of these laundromats for 21 years now. We intend to sign a reasonable lease, retool it, spend the money it takes. As you well know, your previous operator is failing. It's sad. It's not cool. The fact is, there's 90% of these operators have no idea what they are doing. They continue to buy these locations. I could stop at any point if you don't care, but it's interesting to me. They buy the place and then they're shackled to it, right? It's not like anything else because they can't afford $500,000, $600,000 for a retool for new equipment. We only intend.
Well, exactly. And this guy,
right?
This guy. Let me kind of interrupt. Give you the background on this guy. I think he's been there for about 20 years.
None of my business. I could tell you what it is.
No problem. It's I can tell you why. It's not the big secret. So he's not exactly vacating yet, but I think by
it's coming.
Judging by his tone of voice, maybe he won't be. He'll be amicable to letting this
sadly
lease go.
Yeah.
What it is. Yeah.
Well, they're never willing to let it go when they find out there's another interested party. It's usually, well, I want to fight, or I'm going to sell it, or I'm this and that. We don't spend a dime. I'm not looking to buy the guy out. I'm not looking to provide key fees, just to be clear.
Now, what about getting inside?
The place next door is a real estate office. We pick the lock. We get in, we go through the wall. It's made of brick, like your brain.
Not because I'm a hard ass, but because I'm already working on 2 stores and I have the bandwidth to work on 10 more simultaneously. But again, it's at a zero-sum game for us. And it's very sad. I mean it. I hate to see these operators fail. I hate to see them spend 20 years toiling away, working with their own hands in the store. You can't own more than one if you work in it. That's the end of it. You know what I mean.
Yep.
National chains versus mom and pop. What's the rate of rent that you are asking here? When we reset this lease on a 15-year term, what can we hope for?
Okay, so I'll give you the gross on it, okay? So I think the gross right now is
I don't want to be compared to the previous operator or tenant, mostly because we are very different. My debt service is going to be approaching $8,000 a month for new equipment. He doesn't have that.
But it's 600. Not enough.
We need another 900.
Why don't we just take out a loan?
So, a comparison, like I say, I call this a lease reset. We need to reset this lease to a reasonable rate. Whatever the gross rate is, I don't know what your CAMs are. I don't know what your triple nets are. I can't change the almighty government's taxes. But if we can get to 75 cents a square foot plus whatever your add-ons are, then it makes sense for me. I know what I can pay as I pay my debt service. And by the way, I'm not looking to ride this thing out for 15 years. I have a retool planned in every 7 years. That's why I want a 15-year term. Last thing you want is your equipment to be shiny and look like it's new after 10 years, because that means you didn't make any money. This stuff gets wrung out and it's disposable. That's the truth of it.
So you're looking at $9 a foot.
Correct. To start. And I expect there to be increases.
100. I don't believe I can make it happen, unfortunately, in this location.
Okay. Because we are looking.
I'll be honest with you.
No, I hear you. I only expect honesty. We are looking at 75 cents on a few of your properties. That has nothing to do with this property. I understand that. So I don't know what the $5,400 all in is. So what is your base?
It's 4,400.
Well, like I said, ride the guy out for as long as you can. And what I'm looking
$18. Yeah, he's double.
What I'm looking for, what I'm looking for is a reset at some point. I hear you saying that you're collecting that now, but in reality, not for long. And we need a reset at that point. Yeah. So, if we somewhere between 9 and 18, which obviously we're not going to start where he left off. We both understand how commercial leases work. give me, I don't need first right of refusal in writing, but when this is ready to happen and you're a man about town, this guy isn't long for the world. God bless him. When he vacates, I want to be ready to step in. We'll be in first position. I've signed leases contingent on the exit of the tenant. So you're the big hero in the Monday meeting because you've already got somebody ready to go in. This is a big commitment. It's a lot of money. The last thing you want is someone that's running around trying to buy this place from him because he's been trying to sell it. He's been trying to sell it for $300,000. I don't know if you know that. Imagine if someone gets into a deal and you're stuck with an idiot who gave him $300,000. Not good.
Well, it's subject to my approval. Well,
Right. I know.
Mhm.
I have some
Right.
commercial space too.
I'm
Listen,
sure you understand. Yeah.
let's
Okay, keep my number. If anything, I've got yours.
you have my email address, yes?
I don't think do me a favor, text it to me.
Yeah. What's yours? And I'll fire you off an email, put some photos of my stores, etc. Look, I want the store. I'm not in love with the store. I want to pay a reasonable and commensurate rate for a laundry. I understand what you're collecting elsewhere.
Listen, I understand. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, great. Works
Yeah.
out great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's
100%.
This is life.
And I
Agree.
I hate
Okay.
to see these folks fail. If he wanted to spend a bunch of money and stay there, that's one thing. Bird in the hand. It's biblical. You'd say, oh, this is a good tenant. They've been with us for 20 years. It's
Yep.
always a heartbreak. But the numbers will say nationwide that this laundromat's been there forever, and the truth is, it's lost another operator. Karel, I appreciate you, man. Have a great 4th of July. Don't blow yourself up.
All right. You
Ciao.
too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Famously, I'm going to ask you, what do you think?
So a couple things. I think, one, he reached back out. We originally he had shot us down on this one because he had a tenant, and so now it sounds like what was inevitable is come to fruition, and we may have an opportunity. I mean, with the math that he shared with us, I mean, we're at $1.52 a foot, or 18, right, on an annual basis, and so I think there's still room to negotiate here, especially when I had spoken to them about the other property. They were very open and willing to kind of, talk terms and figure out a way to make it work. So I think that, there's definitely an opportunity here and a chance for us to get it close to $1 a foot. 75 cents a foot is what they were offering on that failed store in the other part of town.
He kept saying, "Oh, let me go ahead and look up what he's paying." I don't care what he's paying. Why do I care what he's paying? I don't. What he's paying has nothing to do with what you're going to pay, and he knows that. You're just going to swing from one tenant to the next like Tarzan and continue. The rate doesn't go
Right.
up. It's not like an apartment or the cost of living. It gets reset. And as much as landlords hate that word, I'm going to use it. We're going to reset this. His base is $18, which is pretty close to $12, which would make you whole.
Right.
But it's like, oh,
Right.
that's $9, $50. Don't tell me what he's. I mean, here's an example of a guy telling us what he's paying. What does that have to do with us? Nothing. You've got a failed tenant who's at the end of his lease and the end of his rope who's paying this. Okay, so what? This is like when I get an email, hey, I found a laundry, I really want it. Mistake number one. Number two, I think I found their water bill. How do we analyze what they're earning? Who cares? It's a piece of shit. Who cares what they're earning? It's not what you'll be earning. It's not realistic.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.